Let's look at syncing slicers. I'll come back here. Okay, I will create a new page. I'll create a new page. So I'll put a visual here. So I'll use a line chart. I'll bring a line chart. Let me bring it here. So I'll put dates in the x-axis. Then I will put total sales in y-axis. So I'll put my total sales here. Let's look at this. I need month, so I'm going to remove this. Remove this. Okay, let's leave it like this. So the purpose of this is to show how sales change over time. So very important for analysis. Okay, let me bring a second chart. I'll bring a stack column chart. One on stack column chart. I'll bring a stack column chart. So what I'm going to do now is I'll put the product category in the x-axis. The y-axis I'll put total sales. Then the legend I'll put gender. I'll put gender here. Okay. It's okay like this. Now the purpose of this is to compare sales across categories and see gender contribution. The deep blue represent male and the sky blue represents female. So now I'm looking at singing slicers. So now I'll come and pick the slicer. I'll copy this, press and hold your control and just select them. I'll press Ctrl C. I'll come here. I'll press Ctrl V. I'll paste. Right now they're asking me sync visuals. The one or more of the copied visuals can stay in sync with the visual it was copied from. Do you want to keep them in sync? If I say don't sync, it means that if I select anything on the slicers here, it will not affect the first page. But if I use sync, it will make it dynamic, to make everything dynamic. So that means anything I'm selecting here from the sliders, it will affect the first page. Anything in the sliders I'm selecting from the first page, it will also affect the second page. So I will say, to make everything dynamic, I will say sync. Let me just have them here. So if I select, let's say I select Lagos, and things are changing, Kaduna, Abuja. If I come to this page too, you can see now the same thing. Okay, if I clear this, if I come here, everything is cleared. So that is it about singing slicer. And let's look at slicer interactions. Slicer interactions. Okay, let me do it from here. if I click on slicer, then I'll go to format, I'll go to edit interaction. You'll now see this button, none, filter. I mean, if I click on this none, if I select anything from here, it will affect other charts except this one. So if you click on the none here, anything I'm doing will affect this visual, this one, and this one. It will also affect the KPIs except this one. So let's say, for example, I will click none. Now, if I click on electronics, you can see now this one is not moving. Clothing, I say food. So now I'll come back and press filter. So I'll just clear it. I'll come and clear. So now if I select this, it's also affecting it because if you want to remove it, just click on the filter like I did. So that is it about slicer interaction. And let's look at the last one in this section, duplicating and hiding pages. So I can have a copy of this. Maybe I want to test some things out. I want to test some things out. So I can have a copy of this. What do I do? I'll right click and say duplicate. So it will create a copy, exact thing for me. If I click on the slicer here, let's say Lagos. So it's affecting everything because you can see they are all dynamic. So maybe I just want to use this particular page to test some things. I don't want this other one to be affected. I want to try out some things here. So I can do that. So I can rename this to, can call it test testing. So that is it. Then I can right click and say hide. So I'm just using particular page to test things, try things. But if I publish this, the user will only see the page one and page two, but they will not see it because of this icon here, because this particular page is hidden. So that is it about Power BI visualization. We've covered a lot, and with the knowledge you gain from this section, you can build any dashboard with confidence. You can get the data, build your dashboard with confidence. So you keep on practice and practice.